Make sure I don't get the spinning circle of death. Looks like so far so good, maybe. Alrighty. The home on the range. Back home again. I'm very happy to be back and get some sleep in my regular bed. We're just in Dubuque. We stayed at the Redstone Inn. Kind of cool place. But for whatever reason, I could not get to sleep. It was just all the traffic noise that I'm not used to. Just thinking too much about my lift. Regardless. Hey, Ray, how we doing? Where do the antelope play? Right in my backyard. I want to play Hungry, Hungry Hippo. There you go. So let me know how my connection is. It looks like it's going to fight me. Okay, I think it's 5x5. Maybe a little pixelated just because the sun's out. How dare it. So today, I got my troll. So if you're a troll, I give power to Sir Ray to destroy you. So first thing out, we will start the old burner. Get me a flame going. I am going to have sausages, bacon, potatoes, peppers, and mushrooms. So that's going to be pretty good. You move too fast for the computer. Now that's a knife, so I'll move slower. So, and a very successful meet. Here's my medallion. Yay! And then they just give you a sticker for first place. Another yay. It was a fun event. Met some people that I've known from some through other events. Tim Allison, suffering from a stomach virus, pressed 500 pounds. And then last night he was in the ICU getting an IV. So hopefully he is doing much better today. I'll try to get in contact with him later and see how he's doing. But he had been working on that goal for 3 years. And even though he was feeling poorly, and he was, couldn't eat, couldn't drink water, he knocked it out. So a huge shout out to Tim Allison. On the other front, on my Instagram front, I met another powerlifter, Jerry Graham, and he has the number one slot in the 60 to 64 and the 198 pound group. So big shout out to him. And he was asking me, I don't want to get my videos on there, so I gave him some advice. And then I showed him. Randy, good morning. So I'm feeling good. I did all 3 of my lifts. I lifted weights I figured I was capable of doing. The last day was up easier than the first 2. I think by that time I was highly motivated. So I probably could have did a little bit more, but that's fine. Leaves me something for the next meet. I got the sausages in there. I'm gonna put the bacon. Remember, I always go to the butcher to get it. Then I use the bacon to cook the potatoes and the onions and the peppers and all that other good stuff. So it's a nice sunny day, but cold. I think it was about 11 degrees this morning. It might be 20 something by now. Let's do it again. Like we did last summer. There we go. That probably should be enough bacon. We're using bacon for flavor, so it's delicious, and also for cooking medium. I got that going. Every time I cut up the veggies, I always do the potato first. So good morning. Thanks for popping in. Thanks for the thumbs up, everybody. I'm now back to my regular weight. I was 241 Friday evening. Now I'm back to 244, which is about the weight I like to hold at. Makes it fairly. So I'll wash my tater. Yeah, I'm cooking. I do wash my hands a lot. Just not a bad habit to be in these days anyway. Remember my sponsor, Cutco Knives, Lucky O'Day. I do like their knives. I think it was a good investment on my part. So basically, cut the taters into cubes. You can do slices if you wanted to. It's basically what are you in the mood for? That's what it comes down to. And then if any of the cubes are too big, I can just recut them. If I was going to. So, oh yeah, there we go. The smaller you cut them, the faster they'll cook. But you don't want to cut them in too small pieces because then they'll lose a lot of flavor. So what I try to do is I try to get just about a perfect size. What's perfect size? Well, whatever you think is. Kind of comes down to that. And then you gotta make sure they cut apart. Oh, Lisa. So I do the potatoes first because they take the longest to cook. The vegetables cook up pretty quickly. Tater is precious. Oh. There we go. I got them all off to the side, ready to roll. When I finally get all the meats cooked and I put the taters in, then I will cut up the veggies. So there's my medallion. Yay! In case we do get any trolls, I got the troll slayer, which is ready. So I loaded up all 3 lifts. Later on, I will try to load the ones up that Mrs. took from her phone. So it will be a kind of a trick, just because our internet connection is not. But we'll give it a try. Hey, Michael. So way to stay with it, Michael, and get that workout in anyway. And I do know how it is. Sometimes you just got to get her and do it. Nothing wrong with a rest day. Sometimes you got to push what you got to do anyway. You got to do captain stuff. As they say in Guardians of the Galaxy. So I still got my peppers from last week. Got my mushroom from last week. Those will go in the eggs today. I got a sweet red, they call it red onion, sweet onion. Also go in there. Then I'm adding potatoes. And of course I got my eggs. So it's going to be a nice, nutritious breakfast. I already had a grapefruit. And we picked up some bananas and some grapes. So really got some really healthy fruits to eat. And I picked up another green and red pepper because they had a good deal on them. Yellow peppers were kind of expensive. So what were the deal was. Hi, Sharon. How we doing? Thanks for stopping in. Thank you. I feel good. That last lift actually went up easier than the other two. I don't know why, but it is the way it is. And that's all I have to say about that. And I got my troll slayer here. So any trolls, you better watch it. So it's a Scottish claymore. For you English, it's a two-handed sword. For us Scottish, it's more like a leather opener. I got that cooking. One of these days I want to get really motivated and I'm going to put one of my spare LCD TVs here and hook it up. Yeah, I'm a mushroom cutter. Does not eat fruit. Has been craving bananas. Figure his body wants potassium. Yeah, bananas are good for you. All fruits are good for you. Hi, everyone. I'm actually eating noodles and ground beef with a fruit salad on the side. There you go. It's good nutrition. So thanks for hitting the thumbs up, everybody. Thanks for popping in. A little Sunday morning chat. What you think about that? Breakfast is good for you because it's usually very high in protein. When you think about the milk and the eggs and the bacon and the sausage. And also heavy on carbs and calories to get your day started. There's no time like the present to get some nutrition. So I already had a grapefruit earlier this morning. It was nice to get a good night's sleep, get back in my own bed. Hence, back on the range, home on the range. So Binks was very happy to see us. Evidently, she can recognize our car coming down the road. Because when we pulled in the driveway, she ran across the front of the house, both the motion lights came on, and she was at the kitchen door on the deck waiting to get let in. Like, where were you? You were gone all weekend. Yes, we did. So we went out and had some nice dinner. We stopped at the Seven Hills Brewery, got a couple drinks with a nice dinner, and then we stopped at the Vault for lunch. I got done lifting. We went there for a couple hours, and we came back to the meet. So, oh yeah, she was quite attached to me. She was mad. I was gone. She's in my chair right now, like waiting for me to get done cooking and eating breakfast. So yeah, we had a nice lunch, bison burgers. And they had live music there, and a guy playing some pretty good songs. So that was enjoyable. It was just kind of a relaxing trip home. We did stop at the Hy-Vee to pick up some groceries, picked up some pork chops. I got steaks for tonight. Taters, onions, veggies, fruits. The basics, the stuff that you have to buy all the time. So it was a nice trip. Drive each way. So not too bad. And they invited me back for the one in July. They want me back there. So it was a very enjoyable and well run meet as usual. Oh yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready, Freddy. I'll just pull these out here. I'll drop the cartons off at my neighbor's. Probably have to get some more here pretty soon. But yeah, we did have fun. I did. I think I left a like on there. And also Arctic Fitness. He popped up a 185 pound incline bench. He's a young man. So he was happy about that. Runner Boy is just so he should be hitting it anytime now. So yeah, a lot of excitement out there. A lot of people hitting some new PRs, keeping it going. So it's exciting stuff. Glad to be part of it. I'll just keep at it. You're going to have ups and downs. That's okay. You still keep pressing forward. Move ahead. And, the only person that can truly stop you is yourself. It really comes down to it. So it's nice that I actually had somebody in my age and weight group to compete against, Nick Simons, and he had a personal best. So he was very happy. Tim Allison hit that 500 he's been chasing, so he was extremely happy. But I do hope he's feeling better. I know they had to take him to the emergency room and get an IV in him. He did that lift suffering from a stomach virus. So when people complain saying, "Oh, it's hard," yeah, well, man hadn't ate in like 24 hours and was dehydrated and still knocked out what he came to do. So he shot Tim Allison. Oh yeah, pretty much gonna have to start digging a hole underneath him if he goes down so low. He's gonna have to have a ditch getting down so low like that. That's the way to do it, though. I wish I had that flexibility and balance. I'd fall down. There you go. So we all can learn things from each other, and that's what the group is about: is to share experiences, share goals, whether they be good goals or just sometimes when you're struggling. It's always good to have a motivating word, to keep you on track. Nothing like having a successful meet to really get you to know that you're on the right track. So the training went well. I came and did basically what I planned to do. These were the weights I wanted to hit when I competed in December. And I said I came back, I wanted to at least, get 185 kilos, hopefully 187 and a half, and I did. Obviously, watching that lift, I had 190, probably 192 and a half, but that's okay. I know my training is paying off, so I'm really happy about that. I know what I'm doing is working. I'm kind of fine-tune it a little bit. I know I'll be doing that Senior Olympics in July. I'll probably be doing the lift in July also, but I may want to try to find something to do in May. So, just to keep in. That's one thing about work is I get a time to catch up. I can't hear anything, but I can see. There we go. The bacon I pull out and let it dry off. Basically, it's full-purpose cooking food. Gives me the grease I need to cook in. Randy, thanks for stopping in. Appreciate it. More rain. Yeah, I know. It's that time of the year. We'll be rolling to the driveway. Yeah, I don't know. In my semi-retired, I could add more time to do this, but I still try to sneak them in. You just got to be creative. Got to get that creativity going. So kind of got to be watching your food, making sure it's cooking right. So I just came in. I found a name for my claymore, and I'll call it Troll Slayer. Okay. And I've knighted some ray to kill any trolls that might come by. All right. Scottish claymore, my son had made for me. Actually, it was forged in Spain. And it's, I guess that's the English, the two-handed sword. The Scottish, it's more like a hand, maybe a hand and a half. That's just my joke. I'm just kidding. You gotta go to church. There we go. We had ours on vision here. Yep. We did ours earlier this morning, but Shannon, thanks for dropping in. I appreciate it. Thanks for the thumbs up, everybody. Appreciate that. Christopher. Greetings. There's another good squatter. So I didn't get my usual amount of trolls on Instagram with the lifting videos with the contest. The only ones I got are the ones that don't understand that we use kilos in competition. So they were like, "Oh, that looks more like 225. I don't know what you call it that." I didn't even have to reply. 2 times I said kilos, bro, kilos, and then everybody else was like, "Yeah, you know, you don't lift, you don't understand that, you know, competitions have kilo weights." So the red ones are 25 kilos. So they're a little over, they're about 55 pounds each plate. So we use kilos ones because it's a world contest and more people are on the metric system than on the pound system. So that's why you get those weird pound ones, because I convert them over. So my last lift was 187.5 kilos, which is approximately about 413 pounds, which was my goal. Well, you were doing 425, 430 in the gym. Yep. You usually got to knock about at least 5% off your gym weight to what you're going to lift in a meet. We did have one missed his opener all 3 times. To be honest with you, no excuse for it. When he did his practice, he knew there was an issue and he had time to go change his weight. You know, that first lift should be something that you could easily do. It's about 2.2 pounds per kilo is your rough conversion. So you can always Google it. Google's got a conversion chart for you too. And what you do is you just open up a tab. I don't want to open a tab because that's going to mess up my connection. And so 430 in the gym usually means about 405 to 410 in competition. And I got 413, so very, you know, you're trying to guess, to make the best guess on how you feel. The opener actually was the hardest lift. It usually is. You're still not really into it and everything. But I'm very happy with the way it worked out. For me, on his final lift, got it. So that's always good. You want the person in front of you to have a successful lift, because you don't want to have that bad lift in there. Thanks for the thumbs up, everybody. I'm still trying to get all the copyright infringements out of my live stream from yesterday. I knew that was going to be an issue. There was just no way around that. So it's going to be like an all-day process, especially from here. You know, you had good people. So I have a list of about probably got about 8 songs I got to kill out. It's going to make it interesting. And like I say, that'll be an all-day process. Here, I don't have to worry about it. Oh, no, I don't want to do that. So around 8 years, 10 months, huh? Yeah, we don't. That's not what this channel is about. And his cousin come down and visit me and started talking about that. I said, man, we haven't seen each other in 35 years. These are probably not the discussions we want to be having. Ooh, need more butter. Butter. There we go. Always have a reserve. Here's a reserve by my side. There's the flavor. Oh, I'm getting hungry just cooking. Just cooking getting me all hungry. So I think everybody that popped into my live stream yesterday, I know I couldn't be. Health is money, you know that. Absolutely. You can't buy health, you have to. Well, you can buy better foods. The healthy foods cost more. My diet is getting a lot more fruits and veggies added to it. You know, take my vitamins and mineral supplements. Exercise, try to get out in the sun as much as I can. Dude, welcome, thank you. Health is money, welcome, appreciate it. So, cooking me up a nice heavy calorie dinner for breakfast. Bacon, sausage, potatoes, 3 different types of peppers, onions, and mushroom. And of course, paralyzed milk. So, nice to meet everybody. Thanks for the thumbs up. Appreciate the thumbs up. Helps that Augie rhythm. And remember, I got my troll slayer here. So for this coming in, nice one-handed sword for us Scotchmen. For everybody else, it's two-handed. I'm just making sure that everything's cooked. I got all the meats cooked. I'll get ready to add the taters. Here's the meats, the bacons, and the sausage. And what I'll do is I'll break them back up into the eggs later. I got potato all cut up. Now that goes into the bacon grease. I will add my secret ingredients. That suspiciously looks like ground black pepper and sea salt. It's just a coincidence. I tell you, a coincidence. Can't stand the heat, get out the kitchen. All right, and I make sure that, did I not chop that one in half? Oh man, I got a chunk in there, too chunky. I think it's too chunky. There we go. Spread it around and get it covered with the grease. I cook it on low to medium low, the medium low. If it's worth cooking, it's worth taking your time. I'll put some butter in there for flavor. So things that I have on hand in quantity is butter, flour, sugar, salt, all sorts of spices. See what I catch up. Dude, there we go. Hello, 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 hello. Ah, I'm still caught up. Very good. Thanks for the thumbs up. Appreciate it. So I appreciate all the support on the channel. Best way to support this channel is hit the thumbs up. Share it if you are a creator yourself, is always appreciated. If you want to throw money at me, it will go towards my fund, room and board for the Senior Olympics in Pittsburgh come July 11th. I'm looking forward to. So the next ones I chop up are going to be the peppers. And they take the next longest to cook. And then after that, I cook up the onions, and of course mushrooms. Pretty much cook up within like a minute. So what are the peppers good for? They're good for vitamin D. You even have a little protein in them. Also some fiber, carbs, and then there are some minerals that are very beneficial to you. Do you have to have the different colors? No. I did it because, well, I wanted to have a little fun. Put a little color in it. So I always grab like a green and an orange and a red, a yellow if they have them. But, I could just buy the green ones and that would be fine too. So I got them chopped up. So those go in next. Once the potatoes get pretty close to being cooked, I'll chop up some onion. That'll go in. And then the last thing I'll put in is I'll put the meat back into it. I'll put the mushroom in there, stir it once or twice, and then I'll throw the eggs over it. And we're almost done, ready to eat. So you want to stir occasionally. I wanted to get the butter floating around there. Kind of coat the other pieces with it. And I'm just doing a slow cook on the potatoes. And with the butter, you just kind of keep an eye on it, saying, okay, that looks like another tab will do. And then just let it melt in there. I don't worry about it too much. All right. Hey, sweetie, good morning. So my daughter's on there. She was one that designed this shirt. It's on the ST shop, which is in the description. So you can buy it directly from her. It'll ship to you. Price is $25 including shipping. Unless it's going overseas, then she'll have to quote you on it. I know we can ship to England with no problem. Some countries are going to be an issue just because things that get sent to them usually never make it to the person they're trying to get to, especially if there's any sort of value to them. So get on the bike, spin and watch some Hercules, the Legendary Journeys. I remember watching that show. Well, Michael, thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. And congratulations on getting that workout in yesterday, even though you didn't feel like it. That was awesome. And sweetie, thanks for hopping in there. How's my little grandson doing? Is he behaving? So we got the potatoes cooking. They're going to cook for about 10 minutes before we start adding green peppers in. Now, once the green peppers come in, about the time I get the onions chopped up, it's time for them to go in. And soon after that, he has a mohawk. That's where the hair is growing, huh? You'll have to send us a picture. You may have already. I just probably haven't looked at my phone yet. So, yeah, he had a good day yesterday. He had all 3 weights. Felt good. I'm feeling lifts today, so it's going to be time to eat. So I weighed in Friday evening at 241. I'm now back to 244. The whole trip there Friday, I couldn't eat or drink. I only made it by 0.4 kilos, but about a pound, so it was a good thing. You just never know how the scales are going to weigh you. And then July may be my last meet at 242. I might start going up to 275 after that. I'm not sure. I always leave myself room to change my mind. Yeah, some guys that were at that meet were like, well, man, we haven't seen you on Facebook for a while. I said, well, I'm kind of doing YouTube now. Anytime I put my YouTube videos on some of the Facebook groups, they remove it and say, don't do that. So as they do it, I've been removing myself from those groups because I can't remember which ones care and which ones don't. So instead of just keep irritating them, I just quietly slip away from the group. So I went through this morning and I probably unjoined about 20 groups that they were just dead groups anyway. The last post was 4 years ago. So I was trying to get that list down more manageable. So that's what I do from now on. If I share a YouTube video on a Facebook group and they come back saying, well, we don't want you to do it from YouTube, then I'll just remove myself from the group. No big deal. No big long, hey, you guys may be mad I'm leaving, dissertation that we see on some of them. I do have a Facebook group of the same name, MacBean Scottish Fitness. You want to put your lift videos from YouTube on there. All right. So it is what it is. People always got to have rules. So I'm getting ready for the big breakfast. And it's going to be great. It's going to be kind of a lazy day, taking a rest day. I was telling Mama that I said, I didn't want to go to the gym because you got to work on all your stuff. That was yesterday when I was still feeling up on it. And then she's like, well, you probably should take a rest day. I said, well, I think you're right. I mean, I guess it could still happen, but it's probably best just to get the nutrition in and let the body heal. I'll get the potatoes another stir. They're starting to get about where I want them to. I'll put them right in the middle. Got the heat just about right. James is on. Say hi. Hey, Mama.
Hi, Shayna.
Oh, it's a nice sunny day. It's just cold. And then I think when it gets warm, then all the says hi, Mom. So here's my peppers all cut up, ready to roll. Those just popping in. I've named the sword now Troll Slayer. So, like I said, it's a nice one-handed sword for us Scotchmen. For the rest of you, it's probably a two-handed sword. And then one of the other live streams, I showcased a lot of the artwork that my daughter Shayna does. She's currently online. And Shayna, I think someone's going to send me a picture. Your kids have a favorite Marvel superhero, and he's going to send me a picture, and he said he's willing to pay you to do a rendition of that. So he hasn't got me the picture yet, but when he does, I'll send it to you, and then you just let us know what you want for it. So something very, very right up your alley, extremely well on. So he was really impressed. I was showing him the one that you did of my mom. We'll ask him. Probably something similar that you did for. I'll get the information. I don't know if it's canvas or paper. I'll find out. I know you kind of did canvas on the Sitting Bull one, but one of my mom you did on paper. So I think he's thinking paper, but you tell me which one's easier. So I'll ask him, like, would is there a big difference between canvas and paper? Probably, the clarity, I'm thinking. But we'll do more communication on that. All right, I think about one more stir and it'll be time to add the veggies in. So, give it a few more minutes, just because it's important that you get the potatoes cooked. The other ones, the veggies or onions, if you don't cook them, you can't undercook them because they're fine raw. But you can't undercook a potato. So everybody, thanks for the thumbs up. This is the celebration breakfast after my meet. I'm going to be eating good in the neighborhood. Binks was really happy. Shane, when we got home, she must recognize Mom's vehicle. Because when we come over the hill, I could tell she ran across the front of the house because both the motion lights went on. And then she went under and come up on the deck. And time we pulled into the driveway, she was at the deck at the kitchen door, waiting to get let in. Can't believe that she was at that kitchen door the whole time we were gone. So I said, man, she must be able to recognize your vehicle. All right. So time to put veggies in. Remember, Cutco knives. Lucky day. Put those in. Give them a stir. Get them mixed up. Probably should have cut that one. Oh. Now I got my sweet onion. Gonna go in the food bucket. That's gonna go in the eggs. And we got a food bucket, all the scraps go in there. And then I carry them out to the garden where they become compost. And then this year, I'll be doing a lot of videos of being out in the garden. Kind of look forward to that time of the year. The onions go in next. I kind of try to separate them here as much as possible. Now this is a sweet onion. Almost as sweet as me. Let's see what we got going on here. Hey, sweetie. Pepper Cowboy, good morning. The meet went well. Yeah, that was my last lift of 413, and it went faster than the 408 or the 403. So I had a little bit more in me, but hey, that's all right. Gives me room to break my record again next time. But they did ask me if I'm going to be there in July. So it looks like I'll probably commit to that. Now let's put the onion away. So yeah, very successful meeting. We had a good time. Look, kind of a neat place we're staying at, a little bread and breakfast. Kind of nice and quaint. We had dinner at the Seven Hill Brewery, and then we had lunch later on. We had lunch the next day at the Vault. That's the second time we've been to the Vault. So just before I add the onions in, I'm going to start putting the meat back into it. Boy, that held the heat in really well. So here's I think this is an Italian sausage. Which we cooked earlier. I got that added in there. Now I'll put the onion in there. And we'll break up the bacon. And then it'll be the rest of my portobello mushroom. And this is how breakfast gets done. Let's stir all this up. Kind of give you an idea what it's looking like. Yeah, I think I blacked some of the light. Now I got the onion in there. And got it to start to saute. Then I'll break in the bacon. Getting good now. So one last showing. I got my Scottish Claymore Troll Slayer here. All right. Can't swing it around too much. It's a good one-handed weapon in the hand of a Scotchman. And an Englishman is probably a two-handed. Just poking fun at you. So now I'll get the mushroom sliced up. These cook the fastest, so I mean, by the time I throw them in here and stir them, I'll start popping the eggs in. Because I do have so much more in there, the eggs are really just kind of a binder, you know? So it's not like I'm going to put a dozen eggs in there. Just because I got so much more nutrition. But probably going to take 6 or 7. So I'll give them a few more minutes for the veggies to cook. And then once the mushrooms go in, it's like a stir, and then I start breaking eggs. Pop the eggs in there, and once the eggs gets done, boom, we are ready to eat. Plates out. Coffee cup. Oh yeah, for those coming in later, this is my medal for the lift yesterday. I got first place. Actually had somebody competing in my Asian weight class, Nick Simons, and he got second, but he did hit a personal PR, so he was very happy, and I was happy for him. And of course, Tim Allison, suffering from a stomach virus, hit 500 pounds. Well, that was definitely something he'd been working on for the last 3 years. So extremely happy for him. And hopefully he's out of the emergency room by now and back home with his family. But yeah, end of a bar. So I don't know. I can put this on a scale. This might be like a half a pound. You know, once I cut the hole in it, you know, you could probably use these. You know, when you wanted just to get a little bit more. But so we had one individual here entered like 4 different categories and did 3 different events. I think he ended up winning like 8 of those medals. People were kind of talking about that, and I said, well, you know, hey, whatever he likes to do. You know, he paid the money. Definitely supports the cause. I didn't have any problem with it. I got so many medals, I don't bother anymore. So now the mushrooms go in. So mushrooms are very healthy for you. Protein and some essential vitamins that you need. Iron. Pop them in. And they cook extremely fast. These can cook down to nothing if you're not careful. When you get the nutrition from it, you just get all the water out of it. So basically, I just get them stirred up, get them covered with a little butter and that. And now it's time to put the eggs in. One. Two. 3. 4. 5. So I'm going to put 6 eggs in. That should be enough to kind of bind everything together. We've got so much other good stuff in there. Some more of those Scottish herbs for flavor. And let's get it all mixed up. Looks like I'm gonna need another egg. At this point, we want to be kind of on top of it the whole time. It is acting up right now, so I'll talk to you soon. Thank you, 180 guy. Hopefully it's not on my end. Thanks everybody for a thumbs up. We're about right to the kind of plantation anyway. I do appreciate everybody stopping in. As always, you've been kind of sharing this journey in preparation for this meet. It's always good to put all that effort in and have a successful meet. It makes all that hard work worthwhile. It sure does. You know, I feel sorry for some of the people that didn't do as well. Hopefully they learned from experience. So we had one individual opened up too heavy and never did get that lift. And it was with a bench shirt, geared lifting, which is I think a lot harder to try to guess because there's so many things that can affect it. But really, he had a coach that should have lowered that opening weight. I just didn't understand why he wouldn't do that. But like I said, hopefully you learn from it. Usually when I do scrambled eggs, I add A1 steak sauce to it, but I have so many good ingredients in there. I really unnecessary when I have the peppers and the onions in there to do that. Put it up one more time. It'll be time to serve. Oh, it's been eating good. Time to take my little sword home back. Right. Almost got to grab a little bit more moisture out of there. Just a little bit. We're like so close. So here's the finished product in the skillet. think I'm gonna save some for later. Might let it cool off a little bit and put it in the pot. And of course, full-length milk. Now that's good eating. I don't care. Ooh, y'all. How you doing, Ark Wild Man? Good morning. I was church in the woods. You want milk on?
Yes.
Say when.
Are you off yet?
No. But say when. I figured out what you wanted. So there it is. We'll do the sample test here. That is so good. Well, thanks everybody for joining in. Thanks for the thumbs up. Appreciate it. You also watch it on a replay if you missed it. Of course, you wouldn't be hearing this until the end of it. And then over the next couple of days, I'm going to try to get some more videos loaded up and see how those go. It will probably take me all day to get all the copyright strikes out of my one live stream. But it is what it is. It's still in process. It's going to take forever. So I'll just probably do this tomorrow at work. So everybody, thanks for joining in. Have a wonderful Sunday. Remember, rest, nutrition, proper exercise, and get outside and enjoy yourself. Thanks for stopping by.